My physicians have recently told me I may have a neurological disorder whose symptoms are consistent with Alzheimer's disease.
Charlton Heston, the famous Hollywood actor known for playing legendary figures like Ben-Hur and Moses, lived a life as big as the movies he starred in. However, the real drama came at the end of his life, in a way no film could have predicted. This story isn't just about the loss of a Hollywood legend, though. It's also about his wife, Lydia, who stood by his side for over 60 years, facing her own painful end. In this story, we look at the tragic deaths of Charlton Heston and his wife, Lydia Clark. Their passing marked the close of an extraordinary love story between two remarkable people who made a lasting impact on the world. Charlton, a powerful actor with unforgettable roles, and Lydia, a talented actress and photographer, shared a life full of love, passion, and devotion to each other. Lydia Clark Heston remained by her husband's side during his illness, showing constant support and love. Their marriage, lasting over 64 years, was proof of their strong connection and mutual respect. Lydia's care for Charlton during his illness was a true example of lasting love in tough times. But what challenges did Charlton and Lydia face together until the very end? Was their ending even more tragic than it seemed? Let's take a closer look at the life and death of Charlton Heston, a giant in the film industry, and the woman who stood by him for over 6 decades, his wife, Lydia. Charlton Heston, originally named John Charles Carter, was born on October 4, 1923, in Wilmette, Illinois. His parents, Lilla and Russell Carter, who worked in a sawmill, provided a simple life for their family. When Heston was still young, his father's job took them to St. Helens, Michigan, a quiet rural town far different from the suburbs of Wilmette. Heston's early life was full of big changes. When he was 10, his parents divorced, which deeply affected him and his 2 younger siblings, Lilla and Alan. After the divorce, his mother remarried, and the family moved back to Wilmette. With this move came a new name, Heston, and a sense of starting over for the family. Charlton, Lilla, and Alan Heston all went to New Trier High School in Winnetka, Illinois, a school that placed a strong focus on academics and the arts. It was here that Charlton Heston first discovered his love for acting by joining the school's drama program. This experience sparked his interest in theater and film, leading him toward his future career. While at New Trier, Heston took on the lead role in a silent 16 film version of Henrik Ibsen's play Peer Gynt. Directed by David Bradley, who later became a noted film activist, the film was released in 1941. This ambitious project for high school students highlighted Heston's early talent in acting. Beyond his school activities, Charlton Heston was also involved in the Winnetka Community Theater, then called the Winnetka Dramatists Guild. This local theater group gave him more chances to perform and grow as an actor. His hard work and talent in acting earned him a drama scholarship to Northwestern University, a top school for theater. He attended Northwestern from 1941 to 1943, a crucial time for his artistic growth. While at Northwestern, Heston fully engaged in the study of drama, taking part in various productions and sharpening his skills. Although World War II interrupted his college education, the experiences he gained at Northwestern and New Trier High School had already solidified his path to becoming a professional actor. In March 1944, Charlton Heston married Lydia Marie Clark, a fellow student from Northwestern University, at Grace Methodist Church in Greensboro, North Carolina. This marriage marked the start of a lifelong partnership, both in their personal lives and in Heston's career, where Lydia played an important role. Soon after getting married, Heston enlisted in the United States Army Air Forces during World War II. He served for 2 years as a radio operator and aerial gunner on a B-25 Mitchell medium bomber, putting his theater days on hold. After the war, Charlton and Lydia Heston moved to Hell's Kitchen in New York City, a neighborhood known for its lively but tough atmosphere. In New York, they worked as artist models, a common job for aspiring actors, though it was a time of financial difficulty and constant effort to find opportunities in the arts. In 1947, the Hestons took a big step in their careers by managing a playhouse in Asheville, North Carolina. This role allowed them to be fully involved in every aspect of theater, from acting and directing to handling the business side. Although they earned only $100 a week, this experience was crucial for their growth and visibility in the theater world. In 1948, Charlton Heston and Lydia Clark moved back to New York, a city full of opportunities in theater and the growing television industry. Not long after their return, Heston's talent caught attention, leading to a supporting role in a Broadway revival of Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra, starring the renowned actress Katharine Cornell. This role was a major milestone, giving him the chance to perform on the Broadway stage and work with seasoned actors, helping him further develop his skills. Around this time, Heston made an important decision about his stage name. He combined his mother's maiden name, Charlton, with his stepfather's last name, becoming Charlton Heston. This new name marked the beginning of a significant chapter in his career, giving him a unique and memorable identity in the acting world. Heston's talent wasn't limited to the stage. He also made a strong impression on television. He took on various roles in CBS's Studio One, a popular anthology drama series in the 1950s known for its high-quality productions and talented casts. His performances on Studio One displayed his wide range and versatility as an actor, helping him gain recognition across the country. In 1949, Heston played Mark Antony in an independent film adaptation of Julius Caesar. This role was another key moment in his early career, showing his ability to handle complex classical characters with the depth and intensity they demanded. His portrayal of Mark Antony further solidified his reputation as a serious actor capable of bringing Shakespearean drama to life on screen. Charlton Heston's big break in Hollywood happened when producer Hal B. Wallis noticed him in a 1950 TV production of Wuthering Heights and was impressed by his performance. Wallis saw potential in Heston, offering him a contract based on his strong screen presence. Although Heston and his wife had planned to focus on theater and television, they were intrigued by the opportunity in film. When his wife reminded him of their original plan, Heston replied, "Well, maybe just for one film to see what it's like," embracing the chance to explore the movie industry. Heston's first major movie role came in 1950 when he starred in Dark City, a film noir produced by Wallis. At 26, his performance in this crime drama marked the beginning of his film career, showcasing his powerful presence and acting skills. Not long after, director Cecil B. DeMille cast Heston as Brad Braden, the circus manager in The Greatest Show on Earth, 1952. The film was a huge hit, winning the Academy Award for Best Picture and becoming the most popular movie of the year. Heston's role in this blockbuster boosted his status in Hollywood, proving he could carry a major film and paving the way for more significant roles. In 1956, Charlton Heston's career soared when he was cast as Moses in Cecil B. DeMille's epic film The Ten Commandments. This role became one of his most famous and established him as a major star. DeMille chose Heston partly because he thought Heston looked like Michelangelo's statue of Moses. This resemblance, along with Heston's powerful acting, helped make the film a major success. The Ten Commandments was notable for its grand sets, special effects, and epic storytelling, making it a landmark film. Heston's portrayal of Moses, showing his journey from Egyptian prince to Hebrew leader, was key to the film's impact. Heston brought intensity and dignity to the role, making Moses a memorable character. Adding a personal touch, DeMille cast Heston's 3-month-old son, Fraser Clark Heston, as the baby Moses. This choice added authenticity and connected Heston's personal life with his work. The film became a huge box office hit and remains one of the highest-grossing films ever. Heston's performance was highly praised, with The Hollywood Reporter calling him splendid, handsome, and princely, and noting his ability to portray both the human and divine sides of Moses. This acclaim highlighted Heston's range and skill as an actor. After his success in The Ten Commandments, Charlton Heston landed another major role in Ben-Hur, 1959. The role of Judah Ben-Hur had been turned down by several top actors, but Heston brought his strong, committed acting to the part, just like he did with Moses. His performance was a huge success, earning him an Academy Award for Best Actor and helping the film win a record 11 Oscars. Ben-Hur became a landmark film in Heston's career, showcasing his talent in epic and historical dramas. The movie, directed by William Wyler, featured memorable scenes like the famous chariot race, highlighting Heston's physical skills and dedication. Following these successes, Heston became closely associated with biblical and historical epic films. His powerful screen presence and ability to play complex characters made him perfect for such roles. These films solidified his status as a major Hollywood star and influenced the epic film genre. In 1965, Heston continued this trend by playing John the Baptist in the biblical epic The Greatest Story Ever Told, directed by George Stevens. The film aimed to tell the story of Jesus Christ with great detail and respect. Charlton Heston's performance as John the Baptist was praised for its intensity and fitting well with the film's serious and grand style. His role as the fiery preacher added to his reputation for excelling in religious and historical parts. That same year, Heston played Michelangelo in The Agony and the Ecstasy, starring alongside Rex Harrison as Pope Julius II. Directed by Carol Reed, the film depicted the tense relationship between the Renaissance artist and the Pope, while Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel ceiling. Heston's portrayal of Michelangelo showed the artist's passion and struggle, offering a strong contrast to Harrison's powerful Pope. This role highlighted Heston's ability to bring depth to complex historical characters, showing his versatility beyond heroic roles. In 1965, Charlton Heston took on the lead role in Major Dundee, a Western directed by Sam Peckinpah. Set during the American Civil War, the film follows a Union cavalry officer on a quest to capture Apache warriors. While it initially received mixed reviews and faced production challenges, critics have since reassessed it more positively. Heston's performance was noted for its intensity and dedication, contributing to the film's improved reputation. In 1968, Heston starred in Counterpoint, a war film that did not do well at the box office. That same year, he appeared in the Western Will Penny, directed by Tom Grease. Though Will Penny also struggled commercially, Heston's portrayal of an aging cowboy earned him high praise. The film's realistic view of frontier life and Heston's strong performance made it a favorite of his, demonstrating his talent for delivering deep and emotional roles even in less successful films. After a few years without major hits, Charlton Heston starred in Planet of the Apes in 1968, directed by Franklin J. Schaffner. The film became a huge success and a cultural landmark. Heston's role as astronaut George Taylor, who lands in a world ruled by intelligent apes, was both iconic and groundbreaking. The film's blend of science fiction, social themes, and Heston's strong performance helped make it a lasting hit. In 1971, Heston appeared in The Omega Man, a post-apocalyptic sci-fi film based on Richard Matheson's novel, I Am Legend. Directed by Boris Sagal, the movie featured Heston as one of the last survivors of a global pandemic, fighting against mutated beings that only come out at night. Although it got mixed reviews from critics, it was well received by audiences and developed a cult following. Heston's role as a resilient and isolated hero struck a chord with viewers, reflecting the era's concerns and further establishing his place in science fiction. Charlton Heston's political activism evolved significantly over his lifetime. From 1955 to 1961, he supported liberal Democratic presidential candidates and backed various progressive causes, reflecting the liberal views common in Hollywood at the time. His early activism focused on social justice and progressive values. Between 1961 and 1972, Heston continued to support Democratic candidates, but expanded his political activities. He became more visible nationally, notably backing the Civil Rights Act of 1964. This shift highlighted his growing involvement in significant legislative issues beyond Hollywood. As president of the Screen Actors Guild during this period, Heston's role became more prominent. He engaged in political disputes, including disagreements with fellow liberals like Ed Asner, demonstrating his commitment to his beliefs and navigating the challenges of Hollywood politics. In 1968, Charlton Heston took a notable stand on gun control by supporting the Gun Control Act of 1968, joining other Hollywood stars in this cause. This was a key moment in his activism, showing he was ready to tackle controversial issues beyond Hollywood's usual focus. In 1972, Heston made a major shift in his political views by abandoning his earlier liberal stance and backing Republican Richard Nixon for president instead of George McGovern. This change marked a clear departure from his previous Democratic support. During the 1980s, Heston strongly supported Ronald Reagan and his conservative policies. His backing of Reagan highlighted his shift towards more conservative values and his evolving political beliefs. In 1995, Charlton Heston launched a political action fundraising committee, marking a new phase in his activism. During this time, he became deeply involved with the National Rifle Association, NRA, eventually serving as its president from 1998 to 2003. Heston's tenure at the NRA was defined by his strong advocacy for gun rights and vocal opposition to gun control laws. He also became a prominent figure in the so-called culture wars, where he criticized what he saw as media and academic biases, particularly in relation to affirmative action, which he viewed as reverse discrimination. Earlier in his career, Heston had actively supported liberal causes. He campaigned for Adlai Stevenson in 1956 and backed Lyndon B. Johnson in 1964, opposing California's Proposition 14 that sought to undo fair housing laws. He was also a visible figure in the civil rights movement, picketing a segregated theater in Oklahoma and protesting segregated restaurants in Oklahoma City during the 1963 March on Washington. Although he supported gun control in the 1960s, including the Gun Control Act of 1968 following the assassination of Robert F. Kennedy, Heston's views began to shift. By the 1980s, he had embraced conservatism, aligning with the Republican Party and supporting Ronald Reagan and subsequent Republican presidents. Charlton Heston's political journey illustrates a shift from a Hollywood liberal to a strong conservative voice in American politics. His willingness to challenge mainstream ideas made him both a controversial and influential figure, deeply committed to impacting public discourse on major social issues. In 1996, Heston faced a major health challenge with a hip replacement surgery, reflecting the physical strain from years of intense acting and stunt work. 2 years later, in 1998, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Despite the seriousness of the diagnosis, Heston underwent radiation treatment, which successfully put the cancer into remission, allowing him to continue his work and public life. In 2000, Charlton Heston openly shared that he had undergone treatment for alcoholism at a Utah clinic in May and June of that year. This candid admission revealed a personal struggle he faced, and by speaking out, he offered encouragement to others facing similar battles. 2 years later, on August 9, 2002, Heston delivered a heartfelt taped message announcing that he had been diagnosed with symptoms resembling Alzheimer's disease. This revelation was a poignant moment, as Heston acknowledged the inevitable progression of the illness and its effects on his life. His decision to share this news publicly highlighted his courage and commitment to raising awareness about Alzheimer's disease. In the years following his diagnosis, Charlton Heston continued to receive recognition for his lifetime of achievements. In July 2003, he made one last public appearance at the White House, where President George W. Bush presented him with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor. This award celebrated Heston's remarkable influence on American culture, his dedication to the arts, and his public service. By March 2005, however, news reports indicated that Heston's health had sharply declined. The rapid progression of Alzheimer's had taken a severe toll, leaving the once strong actor struggling with the disease's debilitating effects, often confined to his bed. This was a tough and emotional time in Heston's life, highlighting the harsh impact of the illness on him and his family. On the morning of April 5, 2008, Charlton Heston passed away at his home in Beverly Hills, California at the age of 84. His wife, Lydia Clark Heston, was with him, as she had been throughout their 64 years of marriage. The family initially kept the cause of death private, but a month later, it was revealed that pneumonia had claimed his life. Heston left behind his son, Fraser Clark Heston, and daughter, Holly Ann Heston. Heston's passing marked the close of a life that left a deep imprint on both the entertainment world and public affairs. Known for his iconic roles in epic films, Heston was also celebrated for his commitment to social and political causes. In the wake of his death, tributes poured in from notable figures, reflecting the wide respect he garnered. President George W. Bush praised Heston as a man of great character and integrity, noting his significant contributions to the country. Bush highlighted Heston's service in World War II, his involvement in the civil rights movement, his leadership within a labor union, and his fervent advocacy for Second Amendment rights. These words captured the essence of Heston's legacy, showcasing his dedication to both his art and his deeply held beliefs. Former First Lady Nancy Reagan also mourned Heston's death, saying she was heartbroken. She remembered Heston not just as a hero on screen, but as a hero in real life. Reagan praised his steadfast support of her husband, former President Ronald Reagan, highlighting the strong bond and deep respect between them. Her words emphasized Heston's loyalty and his readiness to stand by his friends and their causes. Lydia Clark Heston, the wife of Charlton Heston, passed away at 95. Lydia and Charlton were married for 64 years until his death in 2008. She died on September 3, 2018, due to pneumonia complications at UCLA Medical Center in Santa Monica, California. Lydia, born on April 14, 1923, had a successful career in acting and photography. She made a significant mark on Broadway with her role as Mary McLeod in Detective Story in 1949, which was a major highlight of her acting career. Clark also made notable TV appearances, including a role in the popular anthology series Studio One. Her work on television highlighted her versatility and established her as a respected figure in entertainment. She made her film debut in The Greatest Show on Earth in 1952, directed by Cecil B. DeMille, starring alongside her husband. This film was a major success, winning the Academy Award for Best Picture, and showcased Clark's talent early in her film career, emphasizing the strong partnership she had with Charlton Heston. Beyond acting, Lydia Clark was a passionate and talented photographer. She traveled extensively, capturing images from around the world, including Afghan refugees in the Khyber Pass and the Falun people in Nile villages. Her attention to detail and ability to tell powerful stories through photography earned her recognition and respect. Clark's work was published in prestigious magazines like Time and Fortune and exhibited in museums and galleries, further cementing her reputation as a skilled photographer. She also published 2 books featuring her photography, blending her artistic vision with documentary precision. PM Lydia Clark's influence in the arts went beyond her own work. She and Charlton Heston co-directed and acted at the Thomas Wolfe Memorial Theater in Asheville, North Carolina, showing their shared dedication to theater and the arts. Their collaboration at the theater offered opportunities to aspiring actors and enriched the local cultural scene. Lydia faced personal challenges with strength and resilience. She was a breast cancer survivor and underwent a mastectomy, demonstrating her courage and determination. Despite these challenges, she continued to pursue her passions, inspiring many. Lydia and Charlton's marriage was marked by deep partnership and mutual support. They faced the ups and downs of their careers together, providing each other with strength and encouragement. Their marriage lasted over 6 decades, enduring until Charlton's death in 2008, reflecting their lasting love and commitment. Lydia Clark Heston's legacy is defined by her talent, resilience, and dedication to the arts. Her work in theater, film, and photography has made a lasting impact, and her achievements continue to be celebrated. Her life reflects a strong commitment to her craft and her family, marked by artistic success and personal strength. As an actress, photographer, and partner, Lydia Clark Heston's influence endures, ensuring her memory will live on. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for updates on future videos.